being out on water with a paddle, standing on a board like you're walking on water, being able to look straight down into it, and there's just something about the connectedness and about being involved in what's going on and being very aware and on top of, if you will, the water and the ocean and what's going on in the environment. I'm Keenan. I am a paddleboard instructor. It's a very personal, relaxing thing. It's a way to get a very close connection to the water, which you can't really get any other way. I work for a paddleboard company at a shop on South Beach, doing rentals, lessons, short clinics, that kind of stuff, as well as a little more of an intense kind of training workout program for certain clients who want to get a little bit more out of paddleboarding. That's one of the beauties of paddleboarding, is that it can be as personal as you want it to be. You can go out by yourself, you can go out at sunset, sunrise, whenever you want, be alone with the water and with nature, or you can go out with a group of people. You can have a great time. You can paddleboard to somewhere. You can paddleboard with a bunch of people and just experience the whole thing with each other, or group paddles where you're just a bunch of people getting together and going for a paddle. My mom works for Miami Children's Hospital, and a lot of the research they do is on cystic fibrosis. And this event, the Miami Paddle Challenge, was to benefit cystic fibrosis research. Anything that you buy at the event, or the ticket for the entry and entry into the race, all benefits charity. And it's just a lot of fun because you're with a lot of people that share the same passion. They like being out on the water, but it's also a way to push your abilities and kind of test how good you are at paddleboarding with other people in the community. So these races kind of bring all these individuals who love paddleboarding by themselves together to one event, and now everybody is together as a community. One of the coolest things about this event is that everybody who participates gets a medal for participating, and it's about being able to say that you did it, that maybe you went out of your comfort zone, or maybe you did the 6-mile race instead of the 3-mile race because you wanted to push yourself, or you aren't really comfortable in the water, so you went out on a kayak with somebody else and you had a great experience with that person, or you did a paddleboard for the first time and this is your first race. So it's more about challenging yourself and being able to kind of grow within yourself instead of competing against somebody else. It is definitely therapeutic. There's, like I said, something about being out on the water on a paddleboard that is incredible, and there's nothing else that I've ever experienced that is like that, short of surfing, being in the water. But paddleboarding is so easy to do whenever you want, because you can just grab a board and go. It doesn't really depend on the conditions. You don't need to have a swell. You don't need to have great surf. You can just go. You can go and chop. You can go when it's glass. You can go whenever, and you can always have that experience. So it's much more accessible as a therapy than anything else I've ever experienced.